everyone who's not getting a game doesn't get along well with the coach at the time because you think you should be playing, especially a senior player. So
obviously not a lot going on in the AFL world, except for the Swans. What did you think of the John Longmire thing, by the way? Like, weird time for it to sort of happen, right?
Yeah, I guess. Obviously, I don't really know John Longmire well, but I guess everyone knows when they've had enough, and I'm not sure he could be fucked going through a whole nother year. So he obviously wants some time off, and so you never really know what's going on with someone. This obviously looks like a shock to us, but I'm sure those close to him probably know that he was probably just about at the end. And I think being in a high level position like being an AFL coach, the stress and the scrutiny and the time you have to put in, obviously none of us would understand how much it takes and how much pressure is on you. So you might just want to release. I think his daughter's finishing year 12 or something this year. So you might want to spend some time with them or travel or just be a normal human being instead of being under the spotlight for a year, refresh, re-energise, then he might go coach somewhere else. Or he got moved on. How do you know? Or there might have been some conversation saying this is your last year. None of us have any idea.
No,
they said it was his idea. Said it was completely him, but you never know.
It's like it was Mick's idea to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
With your mate.
And a great decision by Dean Cox, not the.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. So, like the hindsight, you're like, well, did he know that?
Exactly. Maybe John's gone, listen, mate. At most, I've got one year. You know what I mean? So, because it was a pretty brave decision by Coxie not to go back to where he's from. So, and he was obviously thinking about it. So maybe Longmire just said, mate, listen, like 2026 it's yours, and maybe he just once you accept something or think of something, then all you just wanted to do was happen. Maybe he was like, all right, this next year's my last year. Then the more he thought about it, I was like, when it's your last year, you've only got, if you had a week left to work, how much work would you actually do? Yeah. You'd probably do fuck all.
That's right. You check out.
Exactly. So he probably was like, you know what, if I've only got 1 or 2 years left, not sure I've got it in me, and then you just check out, and he's probably thought, well, I don't want to waste this year with the players and not be as invested. Maybe we're all just theorising, and none of us got any idea what happened. But or maybe the last 3 grannies just got to him, and the mental stress got to him. But
I love how they already like pull out like that it was a broken circle or of trust. Like Luke Parker wasn't getting on with him, but Luke Parker left the club anyway, so I don't think he's too worried about it.
But everyone who's not getting a game doesn't get along well with the coach at the time because you think you should be playing, especially a senior player. So I'd be more shocked if, Taylor Adams or Luke Parker or guys who are on the periphery who weren't getting games or senior players who thought they should be playing with thinking he was doing a great job. Of course, footballers and any professional athlete have got enormous egos and they all think they should be playing. So, of course, they're going to be pissed off or upset or not agree with the decision of not playing them. So it absolutely makes perfect sense that Parker would have had a blue with him because he would have been going, mate, I'm in the best 22. And I'm always saying, no, you're not. Well, I disagree. Well, I'm the coach of bad luck. So, of course, they're not going to be best mates and sing Kumbaya after training. So that doesn't come as a shock at all. But
do you reckon that's one of the hardest things for a coach is the relationships thing?
I think that is the thing. Yeah. Like you've got assistants who do the game plans and X's and O's and coaches. Senior coach will look over it and obviously tick it off and all that kind of stuff. But the role of a senior coach these days is to manage 42 different egos and players and emotions. That's what it is. So being able to deal with it and find a way to get the best out of every individual because when I first started 25 years, whatever it was, 20 years ago, it was cookie cutter. You're all one way. You got yelled at. You all got told what to do, and it was bad. Like, there was no cuddling people. All right, he needs emotional support. He needs to be told he's fuck. There was none of that. It was all I'm the coach. You're doing what I told. If you don't, you're going to get fucking screamed at. Where now it's okay. We need to take a softer approach. All these kids are so different these days. They're so much softer. Like, they have emotions, which I'm not saying it's wrong, but they're all in their feelings these days. Where back then, being a pro athlete, it was, mate, you're like a lemming. You got told what to do. So that's the biggest issue with being a coach. They said how to manage 42 different personalities and finding which makes each one tick and get the best out of them.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy when you think about it, isn't it?
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.